And so the next episode of Clyde Beats People is Rising Up, featuring Amalia, taken from my recent album, Hyperreality 2, An English Gentleman, available now on Atjazz Record Company. So, what is Rising Up about, and how did it come about? Well, I was writing music and I wanted to get back into my more familiar territory of more boom bap style hip hop, and so I worked on a piece of music. But I was thinking, what would really elevate this piece of music? It needs some very energetic, gritty, funky vocals, and really that leads us to person number one. And so person number one is no it isn't. It's Martin Atjazz Iveson. Why? Because he's been fortunate enough to work with Amalia, and so he had a direct contact into her, and so he kindly hooked me up with Amalia. And secondly, Martin was on the faders of the mix downs of my album, and that's why it sounds so good. And so person number two is, of course, Amalia. And she's an artist I've been following for many years through mainly what she's done through Tokyo Dawn record label, which is still very cool. And of course, she's worked with Martin Atjazz Iveson. And so when we first discussed how we're going to create this piece of work together, we had a few, we exchanged some messages, and then she got stuck into it. And she's a very, she applies herself as an artist. She's very serious. She's very professional. And when she hits back with the stems, as I expected, I was blown away. Person number three is Octavio N Santos. Now, I've known Octavio for quite a number of years now. His horn playing, his knowledge of music, his connections, they're all unprecedented. And so I wanted some flavour injecting into this track, and as I think you'll agree, Octavio came up with the goods. And so Rising Up, featuring Amalia, as I've mentioned, is available on my recent album, Hyperreality 2, An English Gentleman. And that's available now on Atjazz Record Company. And I bid you to revisit Rising Up, but this time when you listen to it, give some thought to the people behind the music. I'm Clyde Beats, and stay tuned in for another edition of Clyde Beats People.